What's up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Abby's Abode, and I was caught off guard a little bit in the chat because James used my full name. He called me Jeffrey, so that was a little weird because
Ooh.
normally, normally when I get Jeffrey, that means I'm in trouble. So
Yep.
yeah, so I hope I'm not in trouble. But welcome everyone. We're back for another episode, like I said, and we thank you all for joining. Let me shout some folks out real quick. We have Clown, James, as I said earlier, Static Marie. We've got DJB Tazzy. Go join Tazzy for his NXT watch along after this tonight. Should be another great episode of NXT. NXT has really been doing a phenomenal job. So go check it out with Tazzy. Jeremy Dunderman, a member of the channel. Thank you, Jeremy. We've got Brittany K in the house. What's up, Brittany? Let's see. We got Diana in the house. We've got Richie Hurdy sketch. So welcome everyone. And as always, you can't have Abby's abode without Abby. So got to bring on Abby. So Jodie, how are you today?
Doing really good.
Good.
Finally starting to get back into the routine with my pain doctor about decreasing my pain medication. So I've switched back to what we were doing before my kidney stone surgery and kind of just picking up where we left off. So it's really nice to not be on morphine.
Yeah. I mean
I
that's
feel so much different being back on the Percocet. Like I just feel so much better.
yeah.
I see my kidney doctor on Friday to do an x-ray to make sure all of the kidney stone is gone. And hopefully it's all gone and we go from there. If not, I have to have another surgery that's going to be a lot more invasive. So I'm hoping that it's all gone and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, well, we're gonna pray for the best possible outcome without surgery. So absolutely, we're glad that you're okay, that you're feeling better, that they're decreasing those pain meds because those can be tough. They
It's
can be.
hard. Like I with the morphine, I just had so many more withdrawal symptoms. Like if
Yeah,
I didn't take it at least every 12 hours, I was going to start sweating, runny nose, nausea. Like I was waking up in the middle of the night like just drenched in sweat because I didn't take one before I went to bed or something. Like so I tried to kind of taper myself off of the morphine and I couldn't. I just couldn't. Because the withdrawals were just so bad. And then, I kind of remembered, I've been on some kind of opiate medication for over a year now. So it's not going to be very fun to come off of, but I think that's part of the reason why they're going really slow.
yeah. Well, glad that they're helping you with that and and managing the pain and all of that. So just really
So
glad.
really, like I'm not in any pain anymore. Um, I just take it to I'm only taking it now to start coming off of it.
Okay, good.
Because even with that's why I wasn't really taking the morphine. I'm like, I'm not really in any pain. I don't feel like I need it.
Yeah,
Um, and with the Percocet, I could do that and
yeah.
miss a dose and be like, oh, okay, I'm fine. I don't really need it. But you can't do that with morphine, apparently.
No, no. Heavily frowned upon, and your body doesn't like that. So
No. Yeah, like I really didn't have a whole lot of withdrawals with the Percocet. A little bit, but not that bad as I had. That was awful. And I'm like, what is going on with me? So yeah.
um, we've got a lot to talk about tonight, as we often do. I want to welcome in a couple folks that joined us after I shouted everyone out. The champ is here, John G and Jennifer Carter joining us from Facebook. So welcome everyone. And Clown saying one day at a time. Like I said, we're going to be praying for you and pray that.
I just hope all the kidney stone is gone because that would throw
Right.
a wrench into everything. Um, because the next option, if it's not all gone, They have to go, instead of going in like a stent, going that way, they have to go into the kidney from the outside. So they have to, it's like a massive needle that they go in and open it up and get it out that way. And that one's a lot more invasive. So I would be off work for a while, and obviously primary caregiver, primary source of income for our family, that would be devastating like it was with my spinal surgery. So
yeah, like I said, pray that it doesn't have to go to that. But yeah, we're gonna get to a lot this evening. We've got some music that we're gonna get to first, and then we'll talk about a little bit of wrestling updates, and then we'll go to artwork, which we have a good bit of today. So, all right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're just catching up.
Oh, catching up. Yeah. All right, so let's start with some music, and let's start with Caleb's Corner. Jodie has a couple of videos. You want me to play those now, or one of them now?
Let me intro them first.
Okay.
So obviously, if you guys have been living under a rock and haven't paid any attention to me in the past couple months, I went to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra at the end of the year, and me and Chris went and took Logan, my son. Now, the only concert Logan's ever been to is a Caleb Johnson concert, and it was outdoors. And he could have, he ran around and was actually playing with Caleb's guitarist, Josh, playing with his youngest son. And they were running around together because they're about the same age. So this was Logan's first, like, big, you have to stay in your seat, not go running around concert. And he did better than I thought he would. He loved Caleb, obviously. He was super excited when he came out, jumping up and down, all of that. And during the other songs, like when all the singers came out, he was like, "Mommy, which one's Caleb?" And I was pointing him out and stuff. But he loved the pyro, and Trans-Siberian Orchestra is a fantastic, phenomenal show. This one was no different. It was amazing. So yeah, got a couple of videos of Caleb singing during that show, and that's my intro for it.
So I'll play the first one, and then we'll go to the second one. Awesome.
That man has, oh my gosh, that man's voice is just stellar.
Yeah, it really is. And I want
It's so beautiful.
It is. I want to play the second one, and then we'll talk about the show a little bit more, and then we'll go through some pictures and get through the music. And we've got to preview something for everyone that's watching too. We've got to tell them about something you did today. So
yes, I will.
All right, so here's video number 2, folks. Awesome.
So that man in that video, his name is Joel Hoekstra. He's one of the guitarists for Trans-Siberian Orchestra. He's also one of the guitarists for Whitesnake. I got to actually interview him this afternoon for this channel, and spent about an hour talking to him. He's an awesome dude, and really, really, really had a good time talking to him. So hopefully that will be up. That will be up this week.
Yes, and thank you for giving me some grace on that and saying this week. I'm gonna try my best, even though I'm about to back myself into a corner. I'm gonna try my best to have this up tomorrow, but if not, it will be up at some point this week, like Jodie said. But I'm gonna work on getting it posted for tomorrow. So,
I mean, that lighting though, good grief. So Joel at the end of that show actually played the guitar with his teeth. And
wow,
we talked a little bit about that in the interview. Yeah, we talked about him playing the guitar with his teeth. We talked a little bit about Caleb and how I found TSO and found Caleb. And yeah, he talked about his career and, you know, the things that he does with TSO, and talked a little bit about his life and what he does, and sports and all kinds of stuff. We just had a good chat.
that's awesome.
He's very, very nice.
That is so awesome.
And I think Caleb might have put in a good word for us. I have a suspicion.
We appreciate that. We always appreciate that.
I don't know, but he might have vouched for us a little bit.
That's good. It's always a good thing. I want to put this picture up first.
Oh my gosh. So there was this moment, and I haven't seen it. I've watched other shows from that tour, and I haven't seen it in a ton of them. But during this song, just only one song, everybody lit up their cell phone lights and fireflies like went off all over the place. And coincidentally, it was the same time that that week of SmackDown was on, where they were like recapping. Mm-hmm. So it was on. I looked it up. It was on at the same time the Bray stuff was on.
Wow. Wow. That's wild.
It's almost on a daily basis now. I look up and go, thanks, Bray.
Yeah.
Little things like the blanket I bought from, also, if you're in the market for a blanket, Big Blanket Company. I bought a new one, and me and Harper were watching a movie and like pretending to be asleep and like went under the covers. And Harper goes, Jodie, it looks like fireflies under here. And I'm like, what? And sure enough, like the pattern on the top seeps through and it looks like fireflies in the bed.
Wow.
Like there's little things like that. I kid you not, every single day. Where I just a little reminder of him. And I just go, thanks, Bray.
Yeah. That's all you can do in those moments, because that's a truly special moment.
I just treasure them and enjoy it. And yeah. All right, so Caleb is heading back on the road. He's been recovering, it looks like, at home in Asheville, and spending some time with his family, which I'm sure he seems to be a big family guy. So I'm sure he enjoyed that after being very, very busy out on the road. He has a show coming up on the 20th on Saturday in Mississippi. That's the first show with Celebrating Meatloaf. The other two dates are Celebrating Meatloaf as well. In March in New Hampshire and Staten Island. Obviously, this list is not all inclusive. He's going to be announcing more. I think he's just been getting some R&R before he starts announcing more dates and things like that. So keep your eyes tuned, and you know that we will any new date that gets announced, we will make sure you guys get.
There you go. That's awesome. I'm really, really excited to see the interview.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I'm really excited to see it. I'm pretty sure it's really well done, and I look forward to. We're gonna put out some clips and stuff of it too, so not just a long form video, but also some shorter clips of the video as well. So
I actually formatted it right this time. Caleb was the first time that I used Zoom to do an interview. Caleb was the first one. And I had the setting on to switch back and forth between who was talking. And at the end of it, when I went back and watched it, I'm like, oh, I don't want that. So with Joel, I actually did it the way I wanted to and originally. Now I know how to do it. I can keep it
okay,
that way.
yeah,
With Joel, it was like this, like it was side by
yeah,
side. And that's
awesome.
what I wanted to do with Caleb, but I didn't know that it was going to do that.
Yeah, that's. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I really am. I think it's going to be really good, and hopefully everyone watches it. We will, like I said, hopefully get it out tomorrow and post that, and we'll be doing some shorter clips throughout the week. So stay tuned and hit those post notification bells. Why don't you? So you know when we have content coming up. So um,
I'm sure Joel will be a sweetheart and put the word out there too. Anytime
yeah,
I've hinted at the interview, he's retweeted it. So he's a
good,
good dude.
good. That's awesome. Well, let's talk about a little wrestling, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
There's a lot going on.
a lot going on. We'll start here. What are your thoughts on this interaction and what they're doing with Drew right now, and how things are shaping up for the Rumble coming up?
Oh, I think the Rumble is going to be insane. Um, to put it lightly. Um, I really hope that they do something different with it because obviously the knee jerk reaction that everybody thinks is that Punk's going to win it. Um, but I love what they're doing with Drew. It's kind of similar to Cody's story about wanting to get that redemption and wanting to get that belt. But this interaction between him and CM Punk was, I mean, it was brilliant. Like I don't know if how much Rob Fee is involved in terms of, I know he's the head of long-term storytelling, but as far as like script writing, I don't know, how much he actually does with that, you know, but I mean, these storylines right now are amazing.
Yeah, yeah, and I like you said, I love what they're doing with Drew. Um, I
I like
really,
heel Drew. I
yeah,
like it.
I do too. I do too. I think he's not that he wasn't imposing and intimidating as a baby face, but it's like really, really coming through now, which is
Hmm.
so. Um, so yeah, I like that, and I think I think WWE has an opportunity to really swerve a lot of folks in the Rumble. Uh,
Hmm.
I do think that they. I don't think they'll make it as clear cut as people think.
As
I think they'll,
predictable as people
yeah,
think. Yeah.
yeah. I think they'll swerve us a little bit, which I'm all good for.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think too. What exactly? Thank you. The champ is here. That's very sweet of you.
Thank
Um,
you so much.
I You have to think. What are they going to do with Roman versus The Rock? Because obviously that's going to happen. But do they do it in Australia? At the Rumble? Do they do it at Mania? Obviously, I can't imagine them doing a match where the title is involved. So, do they wait and do it at Mania? Do they do it at um, the Rumble? I mean, or not the Rumble, Extreme.
Elimination Chamber.
Thank you. Do they do it at Elimination Chamber in Australia? Um, and I don't know. I think Roman is going to hold on to that belt I think he might beat Hogan's record and
Yeah.
then lose it. I would love to be wrong. But if he's going to keep that belt until September, then I would do Roman versus The Rock at Mania for the head of the table, not the title, because then you have a main event caliber type match.
Yeah.
So, and obviously they're leading up to Seth versus Punk at Mania. So I don't know where, that's what I love about WWE right now. It's, for me personally, it's unpredictable. Because, I mean, even that match last night, there were times where I'm like, oh crap, is Jinder actually going to beat Seth?
Yeah.
Like, there's moments like that you're just like, oh crap, they're going to do something different.
Yeah. And when's the last time you could really say that about WWE? I mean, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Kudos to them because they're doing a great job, and they have a lot of great people to do this stuff with. I mean, they have an abundance of talent, and honestly, they're using it well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't really fault them with how they're using anyone at the moment.
Yeah. And I think they're really giving the stories a chance to breathe.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to push them through really fast. I feel like they're giving those stories an opportunity to breathe. And that's a good thing. You have that fatal 4-way between.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. There are so many things that could happen during that.
Absolutely.
Because you've got Damian Priest with the belt. Can Damian put himself in the match and make it a fatal 5-way?
Yeah.
The briefcase? Then he don't have to pin Roman. He can pin somebody else. Mm-hmm. Does he wait until afterwards when they're all laying on the ground and then do it? I mean, I don't know. There's so many things that could happen in that match because Roman isn't the one that has to get pinned.
Right.
That's how he won the belt.
Right. Exactly.
That would be kind of ironic.
Mm-hmm.
If he lost the belt the same way he won it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But they won't. I think that's the only predictable thing for me.
Is that they won't right now. Yeah.
He's going to hold on to that belt till September.
Now, the champ is asking this question, and I've got to ask you, do you have any predictions on any potential surprise entries into the Rumble? That's a good question.
I think there's going to be more surprise entries in the women's.
Mm-hmm.
I would put money that we see either Sasha or Trinity.
Yeah.
Either we're going to see, I think we're going to see at least one of them. We may see both.
I think it's also possible that we see Camille, formerly of NWA. I think it's possible James Chadwick threw out AJ Lee. I think AJ Lee could maybe be there. Here's another name. I saw a little bit of I saw a story out there about this former WWE wrestler, and I really want this now. I know she's older, but I don't care about that because I just want to see her there. I just want to see her make an entrance. And that's Jacqueline. She said that she has a little gas left in the tank and WWE can give her a call and she'd be happy to return. I champion that. I would love to see it because I would pop for her entrance. I'd be very happy to see her there. So yeah, I'm really pumped about that. But I think there's a lot that could happen. And I also think on the men's side, I think we get Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder.
Here's one. On the men's side, what if we get Nick Aldis?
Hey, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be mad about that is what I'll say. Chris, what's up, Chris? Chris saying he bets Brock shows up. I think that's a safe bet too. Yeah. I think I agree with that. I think he's gonna show up there. Um, yeah, I mean it could get really really wild.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I'm all for. Dalton saying Medusa is in her hometown. Andrade says James Chadwick. Yeah, I think there's a possibility for some big surprises. Hopefully we get a few. I mean, we always get a couple like
Yeah.
nostalgia entries and that kind of thing. So hopefully we get a few. Um, John G saying maybe Bo Dallas, maybe.
Oh,
Um,
I would cry.
I would love that. Um,
I would love it, but I would cry.
yeah, yeah, and I know he'd be emotional too.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, yeah. Clown saying Andrade is a lock. He had to cancel his GCW date. So normally when you start seeing wrestlers that are free agents start to cancel some of those indie bookings or bookings with smaller promotions or just other promotions in general,
Mm-hmm.
that's usually a sign that maybe they're going to WWE. Uh, so that's it's a possibility, uh,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. James Chadwick saying Rumble is my OG favorite pay per view. I love the Royal Rumble. James, tell me your favorite, and folks in the chat, everyone in the chat, tell me your favorite Royal Rumble. And Chris saying it would be a fitting time for Bo to come back if he's ready since the Rumble was Bray's last match. Yeah, yeah, that would be
Kind of went in his honor.
yeah,
He could.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. That would be my only thing with Bo coming back and wrestling kind of in Bray's honor. Like, he, nobody would want him to get kicked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you do that the right way? How do you eliminate him the right way?
Right way. Yeah. Yeah, that's a delicate balance, I think, of
Yeah.
how you do that for sure. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, no, I think that right now it's a very exciting time um for uh for wrestling. And Jody, I want to ask you this too. I know that you got into wrestling a little bit later. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any favorite Rumble moments or favorite Rumbles since you've been watching wrestling that really stand out to you?
Um, I remember it more because of what I was doing than actual Rumble. Um, and was it the Rumble? It might have been Money in the Bank. It might have been Money in the Bank. I was coming back from maybe it was the Rumble because I think I was coming back from um from Atlantic City, and I remember Chris picking me up. He will remember what pay-per-view that was. He picked me up at the airport, and we were watching it as we were driving home. I'm pretty sure that was the Rumble. Uh, Back in January last year, I was coming back from Atlantic City. I was coming back from somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it was the Rumble. So he would know. But yeah, I mean, I don't really. None of them really like stand out. They've all been pretty good. I like that there's always a surprise or two. Um, yeah.
I I really like 92, I think it was, or either 92 or 93. It was the year that Ric Flair went to WWF at the time and entered in and went the whole match and ended up winning. And that was the year that the winner of the Rumble won the championship. So, yeah, Chris saying you need to watch some old Rumbles.
Yeah, but then you had me had on today some women bikini contest or something. He was watching that today. And I'm like, what is this? And it was like a Miss of the Ring something. I don't remember.
Those were very different times, I will say.
Yes.
Thank goodness we've evolved fast. John G, I saw that you said Alexa Bliss. I would caution you to not get your hopes up because she did just have her baby not long ago. I know it's only
I
been a couple
mean,
months, I think.
I could see her coming back at Money in the Bank. Maybe. Um, I don't know. She might be ready for the Rumble, especially if she's not going to win it.
Right.
She may be able to do a little bit and enter the Rumble. That would be a good way to get off some ring rust, but I don't know
Yeah.
if she's ready yet.
Yeah. Or even if she just did like a little bit of a pop up and just
Yeah.
showed up at the ring and then disappeared, something like that, where she wouldn't have to get physical yet. So yeah, I agree. I think I mean she could be ready, but again, it all depends on. I mean, I think folks don't. I think folks sometimes underestimate the power of a mother spending that quality time in the first few months with a child and not having to feel rushed to go back to work. I
I mean,
think
Becky took a year, didn't
a
she?
year. Yeah, yeah. So I I know that I know that people want her back, but again, this is about her and her child and
Who
raising.
is adorable.
Yes, yes. I've seen a couple pictures. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely adorable. Um,
Ooh,
James,
Big E. I love
yeah,
that.
I would. Oh, if he could return. Oh my.
Yeah, that would be a great one.
James saying, fun fact: Jake the Snake is the only guy to eliminate someone from the Rumble without putting hands on them.
Did he scare them and make them run away?
I'm pretty sure Damien might have come into play. His snake, um, which I forget which WrestleMania it was, but when Damien bit the Macho Man, yeah, it was. I think it was 3. It might. Somebody let me know which one, which Mania it was. But yeah, Jake the Snake was the man. So, you know what though, that's not it in terms of wrestling that we're excited about.
Oh
So
my gosh.
we're really excited to see this guy back and getting more screen time and more of a storyline. And not only is he back and not only is Scarlett with him as always, but he's now joined by AOP and Paul Ellering. Jody, what do you make of this faction? What are you thinking about it? And what do you think is going to happen with these folks?
Oh man. It in a way, to me, it almost kind of feels like he's, I don't know, picking up where Bray left off, just in putting his own spin on it.
Yeah,
I I don't know. Like I love it. I think it's fantastic. I love Karrion Cross. He's such a good character and he does so well with it. And having Scarlett with him, it brings in that, mixed tag team matches that you can do. But I love the darkness. And, you can clearly see this is going to be a dark faction going against, light factions. It's a classic good versus evil kind of story. And it's so good. He is really embracing um his inner Bray. That's just going to be a thing now. If you're a dark character, you're embracing your inner Bray. That's it.
I'm loving this though. Like I'm really
Yes.
loving this faction, and I think
And
that
Scarlett looks amazing with dark hair. I mean, she looks amazing blonde or dark hair, but I love the dark hairs. It suits her.
it really does, and I think this faction I think they're going to be dominant. I think they're going to just run through the roster.
I wonder if you could have them go up against the Bloodline, not the Bloodline, Judgment Day.
I would like that. I would really like that. And not only that, but does that pull Scarlett into the ring at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Which I would really, really like.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely possible because, I mean, you had the Judgment Day that came in and started to dismantle and take the belts off of um, the Bloodline. So now the Judgment Day is kind of replacing the Bloodline. So now you've got to have the group that comes in to take to knock the Judgment Day off of their pedestal.
Yeah.
And I think that could be, I forget what they're calling it, but I think that could be really, really good storyline.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
Rhea and Scarlett.
Yep.
That
And the
would drive everybody nuts.
mind games that they could play.
Oh my gosh. Tons.
Oh, yeah. It would be great. The champ is here asking, do you think they'll do some more of that creepy stuff they were doing with Alexa when she comes back, or is she going back to her persona, the other persona?
I don't know. Obviously, she was very fond of Bray, like we all were, but so I think she will do something to honor his memory in some way. Um, I just don't know if it's going to be a dark character and she'll kind of pick up the story where she left off, or if she'll come back as something totally different. Um, I I don't know. Is the answer there? It's possible that she comes back and does some of that dark stuff, and that's her way to kind of honor Bray. She may continue the storyline that he was trying to do, um, and I think that's highly possible. But she may come out with something totally different.
Yeah.
That's not her old creepy character. Maybe it's a different kind of creepy character.
Right. I was gonna ask that is if you think she stays in that kind of wheelhouse, but just maybe does something different, and you answer that for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I wanted to transition us to this because we got some reports out there, and I know C Wrestling has a video out about this, but WWE is reportedly working on a Bray Wyatt project. Um, I have not had a chance to watch C's video, so Jody, do you know a little bit more about this project?
I don't. I don't really know what type of project it is. Um, I don't know if it, I mean, I could see it being some kind of, you know, um, memoir series, you know,
Yeah.
something like that. But it could be somebody else coming in to finish his story. um, but I know that they'll do it. They'll do him justice. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, James. Like a documentary, like a memoir of his life, and they talk to, people that knew him, his family, people like Jason Baker and Tom Savini, and family members, people that were close to him, and just talking about his kind of ugh, you know what I'm trying to say, chronicling his life, from being a baby to obviously passing away.
Yeah.
So, interview like his dad and talk about what he was like as a kid, and kind of go through all that.
Yeah.
That's what I envision them doing.
I would really love it if they did that too. I know it would be super emotional and tough to get through.
All right. If they do it, I will do a watch along with you guys before I watch it. Like, I will watch it for the first time with you guys.
Okay.
If you guys want to do that, we'll do a watch along.
All right. Yeah,
And we can all sit here and cry together.
we can be together. We're all fireflies, so
Yep.
we're here together. We support each other, and yeah, that's I think that would be a great idea if that's what they end up doing. Um,
Yep.
I I think we should just I think we should just make that happen,
Yep.
honestly. Uh, but yeah, I think I think it'll be sad, obviously, but
Hmm.
it may also be healing for some in some ways, just to give them
Yeah.
a more of a glimpse into who he was and to feel, and the type of man that he was, but not the character. He was great as a character, but the man,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I can envision that's what they're doing. That it'll be some kind of docu-series.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hanzo.
I will if you guys are down for that, we can do a watch along and I will watch it for the first time with my family, with you guys.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Hanzo, thank you so much for the donation. Saying, "Hey, what's up, good people? South London's Fiend checking in, giving you that daily reminder that I'll like the way, and all you have to do is let me." Hanzo,
Mhm.
thank you for joining us, Hanzo. Thank you for that.
I have something to show you guys actually. Hold on. We can talk about something else.
I was just about to go to artwork,
Okay.
but I'll wait. I'll
There's
wait for you to.
my screaming 5-year-old.
I was gonna say he doesn't sound happy right now.
Mm, um, I'm sure he's still in the chat. Chris, can you bring me the stuffy that I got recently?
But we'll just. I'll keep looking here in the background, and when you get that, I'll
Okay.
stop the artwork and we'll show that. But let's start here. I know Brittany was in the chat a little bit earlier, but we'll start
I
here.
love this. She's so good. So, obviously most of my brain memories are with Brittany. So, it's we never got the chance to take a picture together, all three of us, even though, we are the Wyndham sisters, and he loved us that way, like his girls, you know what I mean? So, I said she was, drawing all these pictures for everybody else. Like, if you never got to meet Bray, send me a picture of you, and I can put you in a picture with him. And I thought, why did we know? Let's do it for the three of us. Like, the three of us never got to all see him together. Take a picture together. So this was her Christmas present to me,
That's
which
awesome.
was beautiful. We finally got a picture together.
That's awesome.
And now the circle is complete.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're gonna actually stay with some Brittany artwork here, so I'm gonna show these next few.
I love this one. It reminds me, it's going to sound really weird. That Queen video where they're all coming up like
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
That's what it reminds me of. Like, they're just coming up from the darkness, and I love this. I really, really do. You can add this to my list of things that I need to get from you, Brittany. The growing list of things that I need to get.
that's amazing. This next one is great.
Oh, so yeah, that moment between Bray and Taker, and um, I love the tattoos. Like, she was able to capture his tattoos so brilliant. She's so good at that.
That's this is amazing. I might have to get a print of this one.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really like this one, and gotta show this one. This is so sweet.
So this was JoJo's Christmas present, if I'm not mistaken, Brittany. And when she sent me this, I I cried
Yeah.
because I know that JoJo and her mom, Mom Alexi, like they will cry because the detail on him is perfect. Like it looks like a photograph, and we all loved him in a suit. He was so handsome, and that just captures, I mean, how he looks at her and what their relationship was like. And I've been told from people that he pretty much like treated her like a princess.
You could
Like,
tell. You could
yeah,
tell.
they were so, you know, giddy high school in love. It's yeah.
Yeah, this is when I saw this, I gotta admit I teared up because it really is sweet.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to this next one here.
Oh, so Hanzo posted, yeah, Hanzo Herdy posted
Yeah,
something. I don't remember what the original one that it was that you posted, but um, Jason Baker commented on it and said, "If do you, it would be awesome if he did Bray as a Death Eater because he was apparently like a Potter maniac." Big Harry Potter fan, which doesn't surprise me. That he was a big Harry Potter fan. So, oh, it was the Star Wars one. Okay. Um, so yeah, he pretty much said challenge accepted and went out and drew Bray's a Death Eater, and I freaking love it. I want both prints of this because we are big Harry Potter fans in our house too.
awesome,
So yeah,
awesome.
I want prints of that. Um, so Carrie and Cross posted this, and given the smudges on his fingers, I'm guessing that he drew it. That he drew it.
Yeah,
Um, and it's amazing. Like it's, I know that Bray was, um, he was trying to get back into drawing. Um, not long before all of this happened. So to see other wrestlers kind of pick up on that too and start drawing, um, it's great. And it's, you don't really know what it's of. It's a little Jokerish, but it's also a little Pennywise ish. I don't know. So but it's awesome.
yeah, that really is. That's tremendous.
Hmm.
I get smudges on my fingers too, but not because I'm a talented artist. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. This is WrestleMania. They kind of put this little collage together of all of his characters, and I love the rocking chair in the middle with the spotlight on it and the fireflies.
That's awesome.
Hmm. So Jason Baker posted this one, and I know there were a lot of rumors floating around as to whether he had a knee injury and that's why he was wearing this, or if it was part of a costume. This obviously looks like it looks like he's getting ready for the Rumble. It looks like the outfit he wore at the Rumble. Um, but this only adds to the to the speculation, I guess, and the rumor mill. But I don't know. It kind of looks like it's a costume thing. But
Yeah,
I love seeing pictures of him and Jason working together because they're both, um, they're both very, very talented. They're both very nice people. Jason is such a nice dude. I actually contacted him recently about coming back on and having a chat with us, and he said he's super busy at the moment, but you know, when he's got some downtime, we'll definitely make that happen. So he's a very, very nice guy. He's very talented. He's very knowledgeable. So this picture kind of makes it look like it's a costume thing.
Yeah.
So I got all of these from our artwork consultant, Eric. I've actually been grabbing some more off of his Twitter instead of Instagram because it's easier to save pictures. So all of these are on his Instagram. And his Instagram and his Twitter. And his Twitter is at SOA is my religion. And it's, yeah, all of this artwork is on his page. And he credits the original artist because I'm terrible at remembering to do that. So thank you to our artist extraordinaire.
Yes.
Oh, I love this one. I don't know who drew it. It's on Eric's page too. But I love the capture of the spider walk. It's incredible. It looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was on my list of questions if we ever got Bray on the show. Like, is that like uncomfortable to do? Because it looks really uncomfortable.
Yeah. I wouldn't even attempt to do this. I think I'd just tumble over.
I would break my neck or my back. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would probably break my back. Oh. So Eric posted this, and I actually did some filter editing on it to make it a little more sepia toned, less color, things like that. And I showed this to Chris earlier, and I said, you know how people say they can like hear colors and, you know, smell sounds and things, and
Yeah.
I said, look at this picture. You can hear this picture because you can.
Yeah.
Like you can hear this picture. And that's when I posted earlier, like I miss his laugh. I really do. Like, and even just thinking about his laugh, like it makes me teary eyed, but it makes me smile at the same time because his smile and his laugh was infectious, and it just makes you miss him more. Oh, love this one. I love the cracking red,
Yeah.
the background and the red tones to it, and yeah, that one's great.
It really is. I like this.
This is Gerber Black. I do know that one. And I love what I love about this one is immediately you focus on the eyes.
Yep.
They kind of suck you in, and you can't help it.
Yeah. I love the shadows and pop of the eyes. It's awesome.
So obviously Kyle Scarborough, good friend of mine. We've gotten to be really good friends. Anything he posts, I will put on this show because he's just a great dude. And he posted this one, and I just love his style. It's different. I just love his style. It's great.
Okay, there's the next one.
Yep, this is another Kyle piece, and again, I just love his style of work. It draws you straight to the eyes, kind of sucks you in, and then you're looking at the background trying to figure out what the background actually is. And then you've got all the teeth. Like it could be anything. This could be anything.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm
Very 90s horror vibes.
Yeah, I'm loving the comments. James saying that's effing freaky.
This is a Kyle piece as well. Um, and I teared up. I'm tearing up again. Teared up a little when I saw it because I remember that was the logo on Bray's black shirt.
Yeah.
He had those praying hands, and then obviously he did the red circle, and yeah, I love it. Another Kyle piece. I think this was a tattoo he did on somebody.
As a Batman fan, I'm over here like just
Yeah,
going.
that's a tattoo,
Yeah,
and you're
that.
just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's just phenomenal.
I know he
Wow.
does phenomenal work. His
Yeah,
tattoos are, I mean, it's totally worth for me the 8 hour round trip drive to go spend a day with him and get a tattoo.
because I mean, he's so talented,
He's
and
so talented.
God,
And, you know, Kyle is, according to Logan, one of the best people in the world. Like one of the, he said one of the coolest people in the world.
I would agree with both statements.
He loves Kyle, loves going to see Kyle. I think he likes it just as much as I do. This is an edit by Eric, which is really, really good. It's got that cartoon style that I really love. Um, and I love the fog coming off the lantern. I mean, it's just great. This is Blake. Um, I believe this was from the press conference after um, the Rumble last year. Yeah. I love that underwater effect. It's awesome.
Yeah,
This is wrestling edits. And that is basically the script when he first came, part of the, the speech from when he first came back and made that amazing emotional speech and talking about meeting people and people telling him that that he saved their lives, and then saying that we saved his life too. And I just love that he's kind of in the shadow, and it's got his autograph on the bottom. Like, this could be, WWE could snatch this up and sell it and make a fortune. For sure.
yeah, they really could.
Yeah. This is another Blake one, and from one of his last promos, I believe. And I like that he played with um, two different colors in the background. It just brings out different, it highlights different things about Bray.
Yeah,
And I think it's awesome.
yeah, it's really well done.
I don't remember who this is from either. But I do remember this was like the beginning stages of something that they were working on. So I'm sure I will see it when it's finished. But I do like the start of this. I mean, he looks like an angel almost, some kind of demon angel. I don't know. But he's got wings, which he does now. So, oh, this one gets me every time. This is somebody called, I think it's somebody called JD. It's on Eric's Twitter page too. It looks very Nolanium-ish in style. He does all that, the cartoon style versions, and I love the halo. And I low key want this as a tattoo from Kyle.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. And I'm not sure if this is intentional, but you see the clouds,
Uh-huh.
they almost look like wings.
Huh.
Like if you turn your head to the left when you're looking at it,
Yeah.
You can all they almost look like wings
Huh.
there too, which I don't know if that was intentional. If it was, that's brilliant. But if not, I just completely connected those dots. And I so yeah, but yeah, good stuff as always. Thank you to all of you talented artists, and thank you to Eric, like you said, for for keeping keeping the legacy going. I mean, I see a lot of stuff that he posts, and it's really refreshing to see it, and I look forward to seeing it. Um, there you go. Okay, so you got your
Okay, so this just happened to pop up while I was shopping on Temu. Again, this is one of those every single day something happens, and it popped up on my Temu, and it's a little light up firefly. So I said, "Oh, that's mine," and it actually does. It lights up.
yeah, it lights up.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, another thing too. Did we talk? I think we talked about it last time. The fireflies in Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, apparently, I don't know if I said this or not. The fireflies aren't distracted by red light. That's the only light they're not distracted by.
yeah.
And
Wow.
I wonder if Bray made that connection, and that's why they did it in the red light for so long, because the fireflies would not be distracted. Any other light, like I think they said it like disturbs their. It's like a mating ritual. That's
Yeah,
what the firefly part is, the light, and any other kind of light will just disturb that, except for red light.
except for red light. Wow.
Hmm.
Oh, mind blown.
So he needs a name. I already have somebody in my house named Wyatt. So little firefly needs a name.
Throw some names in the chat, folks. Let it. Let's give Jody some name ideas.
For
Um,
my little firefly.
yeah.
So he stays in bed with me next to my polar bear.
Well,
And this is on TikTok, not TikTok, Timu.
Timu. I'm
If you
gonna
guys,
have to see if
it
I can
was
find.
like it was like $1 or something. I mean, Timu is great for little things like this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Um. All right, folks. Well, Jody, any final thoughts before we
friendship firefly. Um, no, I'm really glad to be kind of back. I'm feeling a little bit more like myself and back to being able to do the show again. I missed you guys, and I am doing a lot more on my own TikTok page of promoting the show. So I'll be posting little things like that. I am going to start doing that on the Insiders one too, just posting little clips or little pieces of news or things like that. So I'm going to start doing more stuff like that too.
All right. And Dalton said we really missed you too.
Oh,
Well,
he
thank
said
you all,
he said I should call it Wyndham.
Wyndham. Yeah.
I think that works.
And I was actually thinking that, so that might be a hit.
I
Um,
could call him WR. There you go.
WR.
Or that I could just call him Rotunda.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We greatly appreciate it. We missed you all, and we thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next time. Um, Also, we'll be back Thursday for TNA Wrestling, our watch along for that. So yeah, come check us out. Um, this should be a really good show following Hard to Kill, so come check it out. But we'll see you next time on Abby's Abode, folks. Take care.